Hi, I'm Effie, and this is B.
You're not wrong.
And today we are going to be reading through hilarious reviews of Matt Hancock's book, The Pandemic Diaries. I'm not sure if it has the definite article. So we both have alcohol because we just think it's going to make it even more hilarious. And we're just going to scroll through Amazon and look at what reviews pop up.
Well, automatically, I'm incredibly surprised that this has 3 stars.
Oh, you should read some of the reviews. I've had a sneaky peek in the past, but if you scroll down to the reviews section,
let's get to the good stuff.
yeah, and you can do the first.
I will do the first. Chipstow, 1 star. An inside view of the pandemic. Not. Frankly, the guy is either genuinely deluded or, actually, that's it, he is deluded. If you are looking for an inside view of the pandemic and you manage to find one, send it on to Hancock.
and the review board, isn't there an inquest? Oh my gosh. The next review is pretty rubbish, so...
You said do them for the show. Go on.
Okay, it just says, Phil, 5 star, a superb read, informative. Really?
I am getting definite shades of anti-vaxxer. Definite shades of anti-vaxxer. Or someone who doesn't know how a keyboard works. Same thing, really.
I'm going to guess the next review was more about Amazon being able to deliver things in time than actually about the book. Because
that's probably for the best, really.
It just says, it's good to see someone on time. Emus gift.
Well, that's definitely not Matt Hancock.
No, I certainly wouldn't want him for Christmas.
Nah.
I mean, he's a bit of a slag anyway.
1.
Not that there's anything wrong with being a slag. Just maybe not when you're meant to social distance from everyone and people are dying in care homes.
Can't go to funerals of their loved ones.
Can't visit their dying loved ones.
Yeah. But I'm quite happy to come into my shop and spit on the staff. But anyway, AP, 1 star, disgusting fiction. If you believe the rubbish written in this, you need to open your eyes. This is pure fiction. Let's hope one day justice will be done.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
I can't really argue with that, to be fair.
No. And it's funny because the other side of things always say, wake up sheeple. And it's like anyone that believes Hancock's account.
Absolutely.
Do not get this book. This is a 1-star review, so we know it's going to be juicy.
I'm guessing they have got this book and are regretting it.
Well, you can review without owning the book.
Which is a bit...
Oh, but no. It says, I bought this as I had conflicting views on Matt, but after reading this, I can see clearly that he is self-obsessed and without a spine. Mm-hmm. Very poor book. Mm-hmm. So both Matt and the book are spineless?
I have conflicting views on that. He's a... Oh, I don't think I can say it. Can I be candid? He's an arsehole or just a complete tosser. Which one's worse?
That's way too gentle. That's way too kind on him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It's more about expending the energy to think up swear words to use to describe this absolute piece of shit. Kirsty, a bird's eye view of the pandemic. Honestly, I got annoyed whilst reading the book. For the past 2 years I've hated Matt, but the truth is everybody from the PHE to the Cummings are the ones I should have hated on. Great read, learnt a lot. Kirsty. Kirsty. I mean, you're not wrong about, Cummings and that.
Yeah, but also...
But Hancock's equally as culpable.
Yeah, if not more,
if not
he
more
was
so.
health secretary, wasn't he?
If not more so. And I guess, and I quite like the irony in a bird's eye view of the pandemic, as it shits on everybody from a great height.
That's true. Andrew, 2 stars. Too soon to be seen rightly or wrongly as anything.
Bollocks.
No, but self-serving.
Oh, no, I take that back.
The book seems well written, as you'd expect of something with a professional journalist as a co-author. Accurate. It's not as if Matt actually wrote this book. He just actually credited his ghostwriter. The problem is that its publication in advance of any public inquiry into COVID and all the UK deaths means that there's no way to tell if Matt Hancock's account is true or even plausible. I mean, it's not going to be true or plausible. It's going to be self-serving and it's going to be garbage.
Yeah. It's a fair point. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a fucking...
Do you want me to read that one because it's so long?
No. Oh, no. No, mine. Get your own. Okay, right. Nauseating, self-serving tripe. If you are looking for an inside view of the pandemic, look elsewhere. Whether it's the trillions spaffed up the wall on track and trace, the PPE fiasco, lucrative contracts to friends on the darker questions, such as why did Hancock authorise midazolam and morphine as a treatment protocol and allow elderly COVID-positive residents back into care homes, the book singularly fails to answer any of the questions. What corners were cut to produce an experimental mRNA therapy that now appears to be demonstrating some alarming side effects and an increase in excess deaths?
Oh, that's anti-vax, right?
No, none of this is unsurprisingly addressed. Instead, we get a nauseatingly self-congratulatory Alan Partridge-esque analysis of the entire period. A man who broke his very own guidance to consummate an affair with someone outside of his household. The very guidance the rest of the population was so slavishly following. Possibly his penis was in tier 1, so was exempt. He broke the guidance out of love, in quotation marks, Evidently, those who couldn't say goodbye to dying relatives simply didn't love them enough to break the inane laws he was responsible for creating. Ultimately, the real question seems to be, why is this man not in prison, rather than writing out his libidinous adventures in lockdown? I would have given this tepid dross 0 stars, but alas, Amazon doesn't offer the function. This book is useful only if there is ever another run on loo roll and you find yourself caught short. It's soft, strong, and fortunately incredibly long. Don't buy the Kindle version for this very reason.
Oh my gosh. So, apart from what sounds like anti-vax rhetoric, but could be... No, it's anti-vax rhetoric. That was a very good review. Oh, I've got a longish one. Red Wing says, 1 star, a gross, vain reworking of the facts we all witnessed. This co-written book is a shameful money-grabbing travesty. In it, former health secretary, the man who was put in charge of Britain's pandemic response, tries to rewrite history and put himself in a more favourable light. It's as if he's willfully deluding himself into believing we, the general public and electorate, don't live in the information age where we can find out the truth about his failings. That Matt Hancock got into government for vanity and found himself as health secretary at a time of crisis is clear. What is clearer is that he was totally out of his depth and unsuited to the responsibilities of high office. In this book, with the apparent self-esteem and confidence of a deluded man who has never known true loss or hardship, he tries to paint himself as a heroic figure doing his best, but this book is just part of a list of deflections, distractions, and outrageous lies to cover his wrongdoing and the corruption at the heart of the government, where palms are greased, VIP access is granted if you know the right people, and affairs happen under everyone's nose while these people are supposed to be serving the country.
I doubt it's palms. only thing being greased.
Well, I mean, Hancock is one example of that.
Yes.
I hope that this book will be used as evidence in upcoming public inquiries about the disastrous COVID pandemic response, and this skewed account will be proven to be the self-serving hogwash I believe it to be. 1 star is too good for it, but I can't give 0 stars.
Amazon, sort your shit out.
I know, right? That's the second one that's been like,
Yes. My go.
Yes.
Raw Lucy. The most awful, egocentric nonsense.
Love it.
I willed myself to be open-minded about this book, but it is, as expected, selective explanations, poor ability to take responsibility, and indulgence in the face of waves of death. My negative reviews are reinforced. I would not monetize the grief and distress further. Avoid.
Too right. Because it is like, even if you take out Hancock's culpability, which we're not for a moment saying that we are, because 100% we believe he is very much has his hands dirty in this situation.
Blood on his hands.
Yeah. So. But even if you take that away, he is just cash grabbing.
Well, look at his appearance on I'm a Celebrity.
£400,000. And the thing is, I guess because ITV were paying him so much, he got so much screen time. But also the fact he came third, like...
I'll be honest, I'm surprised he didn't come first, to be honest.
I mean, he was against a human Labrador and one of the women that... You know football more than me. What did the women win?
The Euros.
Yeah, so one of the women that won the Euros. Okay, 5 star from Vapor. Reserve judgment, because I know there are some 5 stars that are absolutely hilarious. Cometh the pandemic, cometh the man. Matt Hancock is our protagonist here. A loner, a rebel. Matt takes 1.5 sugars in his tea, which gives him extra special powers. Matt has 3 weeks to single-handedly save the UK from the grips of a deadly supervirus with generic cold-like symptoms. Along the way, he is thwarted from all angles by the mysterious and shady Horace Joneston, a beautiful blonde with a curiously masculine voice. Are they friend or foe? Gripping stuff. I genuinely don't know if that was a serious review or not, but you enjoyed my reading of it.
Yes, very much.
Oh my gosh.
Much. Oh dear.
Oh, the next couple are going to be dull. If you want to scroll down to a more interesting one, you're welcome. Don't overlook the 5 stars, because as I say, I've read them. Oh, that one's a good one.
Right, here we go. I think this is to the tune of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Alan, 5 stars. Sing his praises. God rest ye merry doubting souls, let us his toil repay. God rest ye merry doubting souls, let us his toil repay. Remember Matt our Saviour was proved right every day to save us all from COVID's power when lockdown was in play. Oh, diaries of Matt the Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy. Oh, diaries of Matt the Wonder Boy.
Oh, I think some of these reviewers have been really smart in that they've given a 5 star so it doesn't get suppressed and seen as being review bombing. But I think a lot of the 5 star are negative. This is a 5 star, but I don't know. Like, I think it might be a genuine 5 star, but we'll see. Tracy, 5 star, compelling stuff. I enjoyed the format of this book, which takes you straight from the heart of what went on behind the scenes of the pandemic.
Sorry. I just she enjoys the written word, I presume, is what she means.
Presumably, yeah.
As opposed to all the pretty picture books we presume Tracy must read.
I mean, I do like a pretty picture book. Like,
yes, but
don't poo-poo a graphic novel.
No, but that has words in as well.
You can have a graphic novel without words. It's just not my preferred form of graphic novel.
Is that a film?
You rude boy.
That's a film.
No, not if it's on the screen.
If it's on the screen, then it's definitely a film.
Oh dear, poor Tracy. Let's get back to her.
Let's.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. So I'll go back a bit. Which takes you straight to the heart of what went on behind the scenes of the pandemic in real time. It really conveyed the sense...
Sorry, is she getting confused with, like, video now?
Maybe.
CCTV? I feel like Tracy doesn't know what she's actually reading here. But carry on.
It really conveyed the sense of the emerging picture from the perspective of people who were required to make unprecedented decisions with life and death consequences.
Or just death consequences.
True. When they were really only working with the knowledge that existed at the time. Whilst people loved to criticise, Britain fared extraordinarily well. Tell that to the millions dead.
Yep.
Was it millions or was it thousands?
Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. Practically millions. Which is at least in part due to the phenomenal commitment of Hancock. Was that whilst he was groping Gina?
Yeah.
That he was so committed to both the country and his wife.
I'm sure his wife has other things to say about that.
Yeah. And those such he was working with at the time. It's saddening that it is his affair which grabs the headlines. That and the hundreds of thousands of people dead.
Yeah, he's not being pulled before a public inquiry for his affair.
Oh gosh. Something personal to him and his family, and very much a side issue to the real events of the time. Again, people weren't able to go to funerals, see dying relatives, be with their family in hospital. It's not just about the affair.
He wishes it was.
I commend him for taking the time to talk about this in the way that he has and for role modelling transparency in politics. He's as transparent as a brick wall here. Don't sugarcoat it. He's as transparent as a brick wall that's been encased in lead.
I'm starting to like Lord Buckethead's idea more and more. Put a plank out into the river Thames, any of them caught lying, off they go. I just wonder if the River Thames is deep enough to contain all the bodies of lying politicians.
Oh, I mean, I think this is... So, read it, like, I've scanned
Tony,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's critiquing the number of positive reviews it's got.
Tony Cole, 5 stars. Amazed. I am amazed how many have written reviews, yet the book was only released yesterday. The words of Rosa Luxemburg. He's misspelt Rosa. The words of Rosa Luxemburg are most definitely ignored. Freedom of speech is meaningless unless it means the freedom of the person who thinks differently. Very sad we live in a world where Blair can invade a country, killing many innocent civilians, and I'm pretty sure he was submitted to numerous inquiries after the Iraq War, but okay. Obama blows Syria to pieces with thousands of bombs. And that's fine.
I mean, I don't know enough about Obama's presidency, but I think... I don't know.
Let's ignore the Russian general who sanctioned use of chemical warfare in Syria, and not against military targets either.
I think this one's a sarcastic one.
And a treat as such.
Yes. Paul, 5 star. Hancock attempts to throw a protective ring around himself. Unbelievable book. Literally unbelievable. With the benefit of hindsight, Hancock proves that he did everything right and was definitely in no way responsible for any bad stuff happening. Wink, wink.
Yeah. I like that one.
This book will be invaluable to the COVID inquiry. So thoughtful of Matt to provide it. Although it's definitely not been released now to cash in on Christmas. Wink, wink. That would be in bad taste. It might just be the perfect Christmas present for the Daily Mail reader in your life. Enjoy.
I don't know any Daily Mail readers. Not personally, anyway.
Not going to comment on camera. I've just seen the headline of this one. I don't know if he's going to read it or not. Yeah?
Amazon customer, a clear case of BPD. 1 star. Having read the excerpts, I'll be giving this a miss. MH is clearly reveling in some kind of borderline personality disorder, which has caused him to view himself as a COVID superhero. He overestimates his own intelligence, but at the same time avoids his major blunders and illogic. For example, on February the 12th, he's in a discussion about burying COVID victims' bodies in pits in Hyde Park, and on the 16th he goes to the Brit Awards.
Ew. Like, ignoring the way that this reviewer talks about mental health, because, you know, like, you shouldn't write someone off because of BPD, and you shouldn't use mental illness as an insult, but it does raise some interesting points about the way the book is written, and also Matt Hancock is just clearly unhinged, but that says a lot about the people in power. I'm just going to go for the next 1 star. Dr. Nick, 1 star. Trying to rewrite history. No surprise, in conjunction with his appearance on reality TV, this is Matt Hancock trying to exculpate himself from any blame for the many things that went wrong during the UK government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Apparently, he spotted the risk the day after the virus was identified. Oh, smart boy, Matt. Give him the head pats. I'm not Matt. Ew. And had greater insight into the potential consequences than the scientists advising the government. Shame he didn't do much about it, and then he tries to blame everyone else. The protective ring garbage gets an airing too. Bottom line, this is largely a work of fiction, written with one eye on the COVID inquiry, and should be treated as such, preferably without shelling out any cash. Yep, that is an opinion we stand behind. We are in no way saying buy this book. In fact, this is very much a don't buy this book. Do not put money in Hancock's pockets. He does not deserve it. Also, the publisher feels a bit sketch. I looked into them. They've got some more diverse books, but probably just so they look a little bit less sketch. See if you can find a fun one to end us on. Pressure.
Oh, I like this one. Enthusiast, 1 star. Slightly one-sided view of reality. It is astonishing, but not surprising, that Matt Hancock chose to write this book. Living in a fancy world may get us through the day, but this is a man who supposedly was at the heart of the response to COVID. The book can only be described as self-justifying, and is a slap in the face to all who suffered.
Yep, I think that's a good note to end on.
Yep.
So, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you, B, for joining me today.
No problem.
And to everyone watching, thank you for
Clicking.
for watching, clicking. I hope
illegally downloading.
It's free anyway. That's a bit of an extra step.
Sorry.
I hope you enjoyed us reading hilarious reviews, mostly of Matt Hancock's book Pandemic Diaries. Available now, but under no circumstances.
It's not available.
No, well, it wasn't for a while.
To any self-respecting bookie.
Well, that was the hilarious thing. It was out of stock. It was out of stock when it came out, so no one could get it for Christmas unless they bought it on Kindle. But yeah, don't buy this book. It's awful. It's trash. It's written by trash. Although I can't say anything for the ghostwriter, the co-author. I can't say anything about their personality. But Matt Hancock, pure trash. Put him in the garbage and then incinerate and shred him. Obviously, I'm not saying take it literally.
Or do. I don't care.
Anyway.
Sorry.
That was really cute. Love you. Bye. And today we're going. And today we're
not
going.
Not tomorrow.
And
not yesterday.
Let's get the intro and then you can be silly. Same.
Yay!
Well, I learnt my lesson after the Wagamama incident.
Yeah.
Love you. No.
Sorry.